Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. So in today's video, I have a recipe video for you guys. You guys have been loving my recipe videos where I'm sharing my low carb, low sugar treats and meals with you guys. So I thought, why not make another video where I share my dad's famous chili recipe. I'm currently in Ottawa visiting my parents, so you can probably tell I do have a different background right now. I'm actually in my sister's room because she always had the best lighting. Shout out to Nosh. My dad and I made this gigantic pot of chili, you guys, and I really wanted to film it because I absolutely love his chili recipe. It's so delicious, it's so nutritious and healthy, full of protein and vegetables, and it's just the perfect fall meal. So I thought it would be a perfect thing to film for you guys. This meal is definitely perfect for someone who's on a low carb, low sugar journey like myself, which is also why I wanted to share it with you guys because I'm going to be eating a ton of this during this time of year. Before we jump into the video, I do want to let you guys know that I will list all the ingredients down below in the description box, as well as key steps that we're taking throughout the recipe process. So if you guys are interested in knowing how my dad likes to create his famous chili that I absolutely love, then make sure to keep on watching. Alright you guys, we're gonna get started with the chili. We have some produce here that we're gonna be throwing in. So we have 3 bell peppers. You can use any colors. We just chose green and red. We're gonna put in some jalapeños for some spice and flavor. We have some celery and 3 onions and some garlic. And we have our ground beef here. We're gonna use about 2 kilos of this. My dad's gonna measure it out. And for canned stuff, we have kidney beans. So whatever you have in your kitchen, we have some kidney beans, so we're gonna throw that in there. We have 2 cans of diced tomatoes. We have a can of just regular ground tomato. And of course, you're gonna need some tomato paste. Alright you guys, so we're starting off by browning our beef. We're going to be adding in some spices in just a second. My dad said that here we have medium ground beef, which means this does have a little bit more fat, so we're not going to be adding extra oil. And you don't want to make your beef completely ground. You want to keep it a little bit chunky. That's just how my dad likes it. That way you can feel like the pieces of meat in your chili. It's just a personal preference. So we're gonna go in and add our spices now. So we're adding 2.5 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of black pepper, 2 teaspoons of coriander powder, 2 teaspoons of cumin powder, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, 1 teaspoon garlic powder. We're not going too heavy with the garlic powder since we're going in with actual garlic later. 2 teaspoons of chili powder, and you can adjust this as necessary. 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri chili. We're gonna go in with 4 bay leaf. This is gonna add amazing flavor, you guys. 1 teaspoon cinnamon powder. So at this point, we're just working on fully cooking our meat and making sure it's nice and brown. Here you can see the ground beef does have some chunks in it. My dad's showing you guys, so we haven't completely made it fine. Again, this is just a personal preference. He likes to have little chunks of meat in there, so you get nice meat with every bite. So that's just a personal thing. And you guys can see all the grease coming out of the beef, which is exactly why we didn't put extra oil. Our beef is all done cooking, so my dad is just now removing the meat, and we're gonna start cooking up our vegetables, and then as the chili progresses, we'll add our meat back in. But for now, we're gonna remove it because it's all done cooking. It's important to leave the grease from the meat in the pot. It's gonna be perfect for cooking, and it's gonna add nice flavor into the chili. So we're gonna keep the bay leaves in the pot because it's gonna continue to add nice flavor into the chili. We're gonna be frying our onions with the bay leaf, so we wanna make sure to keep that in the pot. So we're gonna get started with cooking up our veggies, but I just wanted to show you guys how beautifully my dad prepped everything. You guys saw him chopping away. So we have our peppers here, our garlic, we have our celery and onions and jalapeños. I wanted to talk about the kidney beans, so I went ahead and I opened up the cans and I rinsed them. I know kidney beans are a little bit higher in carbs, you guys, but I'm okay to eat them. And you know, I feel like chili is not complete without kidney beans, so we're not omitting this. I know there's other bean alternatives you can use if you're trying to really watch your carbs, but I think a little bit in your chili won't kill you, so we're gonna keep that in there. And then here we have our cans of tomato ready to go. So let's get frying. All right, we're going in with our onions and our celery. So we're gonna cook this down and then we'll keep adding our veggies. So my dad said we're gonna keep cooking down the onion and the celery until the onions are translucent, and then we're gonna add in our peppers. All right, so the onions look nice and translucent. We're going in with our bell peppers. We're gonna cook this down for about 2 minutes, and then we're gonna add our jalapeno peppers and our garlic. You don't have to worry too much about cooking your peppers down because we are gonna simmer the chili for about 2 hours with the tomato sauce, so your veggies will be nice and soft at that point. So it's been about 2 minutes like my dad said, and now we're going in with our fresh garlic. You guys, this is gonna add amazing flavor, and the jalapenos, which are gonna add even more flavor and just such a nice kick. Oh my god, you guys, this smells so good. So we basically cooked the jalapenos and the garlic for about 3 minutes now, and now we're gonna go ahead and add our beef back in. I just want to let you guys know the stove is on high. We've been cooking everything on high heat. My dad wanted me to let you guys know that the reason why we have our pot on high heat is because of our pot specifically. It's very big, it's also very thick, and we have a large quantity, so that's why we need it on high heat. But you want to make sure that you adjust your temperature to the pot or the pan that you are using. So just be mindful that you don't burn the chili. Going in with our canned tomatoes. This is the diced one. Here is the second one of the diced tomato, and 1 can of crushed tomato. 4 teaspoons of tomato paste. This is gonna help thicken our chili. We're also going in with 2 teaspoons of oregano. This is gonna add nice Italian flavor. We're going in with 1 can of water, and this is just going to help simmer the chili. So I have my chili covered, it's on low. We're gonna let this simmer. Every once in a while you wanna just check up on your chili and give it a nice stir to make sure that the bottom isn't burning. So just make sure you're monitoring it, don't forget about it. All right, it's been simmering for a while. I'm gonna just give it a nice stir. I can feel at the bottom that we're good. It's not burning because it is on low. All right guys, so the chili has been simmering for about an hour. So my dad and I want our chili to be a little bit more saucy, and because we're doing such a large pot, it was hard to kind of measure out what we needed. So we're thinking we're gonna add 1 more can of tomato sauce and the remaining can of the tomato paste, and that'll make the chili nice and saucy. So again, this is personal preference. We want more tomato sauce, so we're gonna just add that in. So overall in here we have a full tomato paste can, we have 2 ground tomato cans, and 2 diced tomato cans. And I'm just gonna add a little bit more oregano since we went in with more sauce. This is about another teaspoon, I would say. We're gonna put this on high now and let this come to a boil. So our chili is about 15 minutes away from being done. So I'm gonna add in our kidney beans now. And we're gonna just mix this in. At this point, you can also taste for salt to see if you need to add more. I definitely need more salt. We're gonna start with adding 1 more teaspoon, and we're gonna see how that tastes, and we'll add more accordingly. All right, salt is good, but we wanna add just 1 more teaspoon, and we think that's the perfect amount. All right, so it's boiling up. We're gonna put this back on medium-low, and we're gonna cover it for another 10 minutes. That is basically it, you guys. The chili is all done. We're gonna let this sit now. It's gonna thicken naturally as it cools down. But do you guys see this perfection in front of you? Like, I can't wait to eat this. I'm gonna just let this cool down a bit, let it thicken, and I'll show you guys how I like to dress my chili and how I like to eat it. Alright, you guys, so that is pretty much it for today's chili recipe video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this recipe, and let me know if you guys try it out and tell me what you guys think. I would love to know. If you guys are looking for a sweet treat, make sure you guys check out my keto-friendly pumpkin pie recipe that I did a few weeks ago. I'll have it listed up here somewhere and also down below in the description box for you guys. Make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel if you haven't subscribed already, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. And you guys, that is pretty much it. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.